Hello, and welcome to the McTaggart Attack Podcast. I'm Kevin McTaggart, and in this episode, I'm going to be talking about a topic I'm kind of hesitant to talk about, but Tom Brady won the Super Bowl with a team that wasn't the Patriots, and I give my thoughts on all of that. I give my thoughts on him, what I thought about it, and what do I think the Patriots will be doing going forward, and what I think the Bucs will be doing going forward. And I also talk about Patriot fans and what some of them have done that have pissed me off in the past couple weeks. So give this episode a listen and let me know what you think, and hope you enjoy this episode. I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a New England Patriots fan. I've been a fan of the Patriots my entire life. I remember Super Bowl. Which one was it? Which Super Bowl was the one that they lost? Super Bowl 20. That's right. It was Super Bowl 20 when the Patriots got squashed, destroyed, obliterated by the Chicago Bears, 46-10. I've I've been a fan that long. Then they went to the Super Bowl, and a few years later, with Bill Parcells and Drew Bledsoe, and lost to the Green Bay Packers in a much closer game. Closer than people thought it was going to be. So there. And then, of course, a few years after that, the Bill Belichick, Tom Brady era starts. And that was probably the catalyst for the greatest run in Boston sports history. And last year was essentially Tom Brady's last year with the Patriots because he said he wasn't going to resign, and he signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And so, of course, this year he won the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. And I've had a lot of I haven't I've seen a lot of Patriots fans cheering on Tom Brady in the Super Bowl this year. Wanting him to win. And I'm just like, does this mean you're not a Patriots fan anymore? This means you're not a Patriots fan anymore. If you're rooting for Tom Brady and the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl, then you're a Tom Brady fan. You're not a Patriots fan. You're not. Sorry. It's pathetic. I saw all of these people seem so excited that Brady won the Super Bowl this year. And I'm like, who gives a fuck? I don't care who won the Super Bowl this year. I don't. Am I happy for Tom Brady for winning the Super Bowl? Sure. Would I have been happy if he lost? Absolutely. I wouldn't have cared either way. But it's like people are excited for him. Like, he's not on our team anymore. Do you not know how fandom works? But I guess I shouldn't question fanhood, because I hate when my own fanhood is questioned. Like, some Patriots fans wanted to root for Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I didn't root against him either. I actually picked him to win begrudgingly. I can pick teams that I'm not rooting for to win when my team's not in it, which they'll be in next year. They will. And they'll beat the Buccaneers. In a very, very early prediction of the Super Bowl, that's my prediction. That's right. That's right. My Patriots will beat Tom Brady's Buccaneers in the Super Bowl next year. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I went there. I did that. But I just thought it was so stupid that it seemed like all these Patriots fans were rooting for Tom Brady to win the Super Bowl. And I'm like, How shallow are you? How shallow are you? Where your team's not in the Super Bowl and you're rooting for the quarterback that was our quarterback to win the Super Bowl. I'm like, it's shallow. It's. I don't like it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I didn't hate Brady winning the Super Bowl, but I didn't like it. I was happy for him. I mean, I think he's the greatest quarterback of all time. That was established a couple Super Bowl wins ago. But put a quarterback on with good weapons that doesn't make many mistakes, and he's going to have good numbers and lead a team to the Super Bowl because that's what he is. He's a good quarterback who doesn't make many mistakes. Unlike Jameis Winston that they had last year, who threw like 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Brady didn't do that this year, and they won. If Jameis Winston hadn't done that last year, they probably would have won the Super Bowl, or at least made the playoffs and made a run at it. He's the most efficient quarterback in the world, and he's won 7 Super Bowl rings, and he's the best quarterback ever. He is. Because he's efficient, because he doesn't make mistakes. He's not flashy or anything. I wouldn't call him flashy, but he puts up good numbers. And he's a good quarterback. He's a great quarterback. I don't know if he's great as people say, because he's had some shitty games. The Patriots had bailed him out quite a bit. And, I mean, this year he played well. He played better because he had better weapons around him, that's for sure. That was one of the awful things that pissed me off, is that the lack of weapons that the Patriots have on offense. I'm like, you're just trying to just barely get by on offense is basically the Patriots' philosophy, and it's not going to get them anywhere if they don't have a quarterback that doesn't. If the Patriots have an inefficient quarterback, then they're not going to go anywhere, which was proven this year when Cam Newton missed a few games because of COVID and made some mistakes when he played, for the most part. But it's not really on him because, because of COVID, because of this shortened off season, because of all of this. But I am glad. It was nice to see Tom Brady win the Super Bowl. I would have preferred him be on the Patriots winning that 7th Super Bowl. I would have loved that. That would have been great. But him winning it for Tampa Bay, it's just like, yeah, good. Doesn't bother me any. Has my hood really been like this the entire fucking time? It's still like this? Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'm happy for the Buccaneers. I like Bruce Arians as a coach. I used to live in Florida, so I kind of rooted for the Buccaneers back in the day. But I'm not rooting for them now because I'm a Patriots fan above anything else. And having Tom Brady win the Super Bowl while not being on the Patriots, like, yeah, okay, great, that's good. I'm happy for him. Happy for Gronk too, I guess. But one thing I wanted to end with that pissed me off was, like, I saw a clip of Max Kellerman on First Take saying that it hurts Belichick's legacy, Brady winning a Super Bowl without him. Does it? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. He won 6 Super Bowls. He's been on teams. He's been a coach on teams that have won 8 Super Bowls, counting his stint with the Giants. And what was it? 7 seasons he's had without Brady as his quarterback, and I think he's made the playoffs maybe once. But still, he won 6 Super Bowls with Brady. Could anyone else have done that? I don't know. Who knows? Those are stupid questions to ask. Will Belichick ever win another Super Bowl again? Maybe, maybe not, but who cares? He's already won 6. I mean, how greedy are we as a fan base when we want our teams to win the championship every year? You should want your team to win the championship every year. You should want your team to be successful. Just like with professional wrestlers, I should want my favorite professional wrestler to win a world championship. But that's a different topic for a different day. But I'm happy for the fact that Brady won the Super Bowl. I'm disappointed that it wasn't with the Patriots. But I'm glad that the Patriots let him go because it was time to move on. And the Patriots basically nailed it in this year, I think. Because they had so many players take the year off. They opted out because of COVID. A lot of players on defense. They barely made a 9-7 record without most of their best players on defense. So they'll be a lot better next year with who knows who they'll have at quarterback. That'll be interesting. It's interesting to see how the Patriots will do next season. And I question how much longer Brady's going to do well with the Buccaneers. Maybe he'll continue to do well. Who knows? He's done a great job. He's gone from 6th round draft pick to 7-time Super Bowl champion. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. And he's not on my team anymore. He's not on my favorite team anymore. And I'm okay with that. Because he did a lot with the Patriots. And I don't miss him at all. I'm glad he's gone. So we can move on and not be like hindered by this. Because he's going to get older. He's got like maybe 2 or 3 years left. And they had to let him go at some point. Because they wouldn't have won a Super Bowl this year, I don't think, with the team that they had. And I think he knew that, and I think that's why he wanted to leave. He didn't win it last year, so he's like, I want to keep winning. And this team's not going to help him win. And he's probably right. And he was right, because he won a Super Bowl this year, and the Patriots didn't even make the playoffs. But it just pissed me off. It seemed like there were so many Patriot fans who were so happy that Tom Brady won a Super Bowl. Fuck you. Turn in your fan card now. You should be ashamed of yourself for the way that you're acting. But you're not, because Patriots fans are shallow pieces of shit. Thank you so much for watching and or listening to the episode today. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to let me know what you thought. And that's the bottom line. If you smell what the McTaggart Attack Podcast is cooking.